Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. Game 3, Day 2. Boys take the stage now at the County Center as the Scarsdale Raiders take on the White Plains Tigers. Alongside Kevin Devaney Jr., I'm Manny Rodriguez. The two teams right now meeting at half court. Sign of sportsmanship among the two teams here in Southern Westchester, Kevin.
They're not in the same league anymore. They're not in the same class anymore, but there is still a very good rivalry between White Plains and Scarsdale. And there's a lot, right now, these two teams are vying to be titled maybe the best team in Section 1. New Rochelle would have something to say about that. Mamaroneck has something to say about that. Scarsdale comes on a losing streak, but at full strength. We see what they can do. We saw how they challenged Stepinac, which is obviously the best team in the Hudson Valley. And right here today, they get to meet at the County Center on this slam dunk. This is the finale game now of this slam dunk, technically, with the Crusader Classic following after this with Stepinac and Iona. But a very intriguing matchup of styles. And Scarsdale's a team, as you said, they're coming in on a losing streak. 5 losses in a row. Lost 4 games out in California, out in San Diego. Lost when they returned. Lost to New Rochelle. New Rochelle handed White Plains their only defeat of the season. So a very good test for both squads, and a very important game in the schedule, despite the fact that it really doesn't matter for, it matters for sectionals, for point totals and point ratios and the bracketology, but it doesn't really mean anything in terms of long term, but it means a lot to these players. These are two neighboring communities. They've squared off plenty of times over the years, recent years with these teams, and it should be a fun one. It should be a fun matchup to see how White Plains can defend the shooting of Scarsdale, how Scarsdale could defend the athleticism of White Plains, so very good even matchup.
Those Scarsdale Raiders being introduced as we speak right now. And like you said, Kevin, the Raiders struggling 3-6 on the campaign, and in their last game, they lost to New Rochelle 63-49 back on January 3rd. And the team that's about to be introduced, the White Plains Tigers, they also played on January 3rd, but unlike Scarsdale, they were victorious.
They beat Lincoln 83-35, their 3rd win in a row since losing to New Rochelle right before Christmas. And that was a 56-51 game, New Rochelle White Plains. And Scarsdale had a hard time really competing with New Rochelle from the start. New Rochelle kind of came out and blitzed them defensively and really took them out of their rhythm, got a big lead, and never really gave it up. And New Rochelle and White Plains are going to pose very similar athletic threats to Scarsdale defensively, and it's going to be a matter of whether Scarsdale can kind of keep pace scoring-wise. One thing in the game against New Rochelle, Jake Sussberg, who has been one of the best three-point shooters in the region, not just in the section, but in the entire region, had a quiet day. New Rochelle closed out on him well, didn't let him get many open looks. Carlos Rodriguez carried things offensively, but it wasn't enough. And White Plains will probably try and follow that same formula today.
White Plains, 8-1 on the season, as they finish off the starting lineup introductions here at the Westchester County Center. The Scarsdale Raiders are donning their black look, a black jersey with black shorts, with Scarsdale across the chest in maroon, and white outlining on those letters with Raiders on the back. The White Plains Tigers donning their white looks, White Plains in orange lettering and black outlining with some orange piping on the side. Starting lineup for the Scarsdale Raiders: Jake Sussberg, Brandon Gibbons, Carlos Rodriguez, Daniel Hoey, and Oscar Langford. For the White Plains Tigers, the 5, Miles Johnson, Logan McCormick, Luke Brooks, Nick Triolo, and Daniel Hersner.
White Plains, Scarsdale fans, are you ready?
Alrighty. We've got Langford, and we've got McCormick at midcourt. Tip is won by White Plains, and we are underway here, the final game of the Slam Dunk Showcase. Shot on the way is rattled home. A three-pointer from Miles Johnson, and that's how we get things going here.
Johnson, one of the many threats, really the perimeter threat, but really gets up and down the floor defensively, just talented all-around player. And McCormick is the one who sort of makes things go.
First foul of the contest goes against Triolo.
Johnson averaging about 12 points per game.
Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for a lane, loses the ball. White Plains ends up with it. Triolo looking to beneficiary, but he ends up dishing it to McCormick, who finishes nicely around the rim.
They are so fast in transition, and McCormick and Sky, you can throw it down. I thought right there we might get to see the first dunk of the slam dunk, but we didn't get it.
6'6" senior Logan McCormick. Sussberg looking to get something going. Sussberg will shoot a three. He rattled that one home.
What a form. I mean, talk about a form shooter. If you've got young kids and you want to have them watch somebody, he repeats that form. This isn't just shooting in an empty gym. And he does this with contact, with defenders on him, over defenders. He is just so talented.
McCormick, contested jumper, no. Good defense out of Sussberg. Rodriguez gets a screen. Hersner switches onto him. Rodriguez kicks out, three-pointer on the way. In and out, rebounded by Hersner.
Halfway home for Sussberg.
Here's Triolo. He finds Johnson. Johnson picked up by Rodriguez. Will go ahead onto Hersner. Swung on over to Triolo. Now it's McCormick. Back to Johnson. Good ball movement around the perimeter for White Plains. Johnson on over to Hersner. Hersner puts it on the floor. He's driving. Bounce pass down low. Blocked from behind, but a foul.
Sent Luke Brooks to the line. Brooks, a football standout, all-section football player, and he serves his role in this team. He does a lot of the dirty work inside. Well, he's only listed at 6'2", typically defending players bigger, stronger, taller.
First free throw is good there. Langford was called for the foul.
One shot.
Brooks 1 for 2 from the line, but a loose ball foul is called, it looks like. Yes, that is the case. It goes against Sussberg.
Scarsdale foul on number 1, Jake Sussberg, his first personal.
6-3 early on here.
Looked like Sussberg leaned into the White Plains player.
Johnson to trigger. Hop step from Brooks, can't finish. Ball is deflected, out of play, last touched by the Tigers. Raiders will go ahead and possess. Rodriguez stands at 6'3", the senior. He finds Sussberg. Sussberg wanted to get it to Gibbons, taken away. Here's Triolo. Triolo gets bumped.
And they're going to make a call on that. So against Brandon Gibbons.
That's his first.
Just riding him down the floor after Triolo made the steal.
Gibbons has one, Sussberg has one, Langford has one for Scarsdale.
Go to work.
Those are fouls. McCormick left it short, rebounded by Rodriguez. Raiders looking to get some fast break points. Rodriguez has it on the left wing as the Tigers go ahead and stop that fast break. Rodriguez will go ahead and take a three-pointer and celebrates right in Johnson's face.
Miles Johnson is a great defensive player. He probably loves the fact that he's matched up with Carlos Rodriguez, but Rodriguez is so good at that step-back three and shooting over defenders.
Johnson on over to McCormick. McCormick puts it on the floor, keeps his pivot foot. Now it's Triolo. Triolo looking for a lane, can't find it. Forced to go back out to McCormick. Man, McCormick is long. 6'6". Contested J again out of McCormick. Can't get it to fall. Offensive board is blocked, but Hersner ends up on his back. He ought to be going to the line to shoot a pair.
Hersner is fouled.
Looks like Rodriguez, the culprit, his first.
Just a failed box out there for Scarsdale. Very uncharacteristic of them. And
12 went ahead and reached in right there.
that's where they're missing a guy like A.J. Booth, who's injured.
Number 20, Tim Miller. Miller replaces Daniel Coey, 1 shot.
That one no good. Hersner 1 for 2 from the line. Gibbons to Rodriguez. Rodriguez driving, wild shot, can't finish. Scarsdale with an offensive board. Second chance opportunity here. Gibbons, lots of contact, can't finish. Another opportunity. Langford gets the board. Into the corner it goes. Three-pointer. Placed it.
Finn Miller knocks that one down off the bench.
And it's a 2-point lead now for the Raiders. McCormick. Right wing Hersner looking to go on the low block. Looks like that's Brooks. Brooks left-handed, left it short. Rebounded, cleared, and another foul on the board. Looks like that will go against...
That's going to be number 10, Luke Brooks.
Go against Brooks. Luke Brooks. You know, Finn Miller in the last possession hit that three. You know, this is the 4th time I've been able to see Scarsdale live. And I got to tell you, that Finn Miller in the game against Austin was just terrific, filling in for an injured. They were down 2 players, 2 starters. He steps up, had a huge game, led them to a comeback win over that Austin team.
Three-pointer no good. Offensive rebound for the Raiders, but their second chance opportunity, well, there is none. They turn the ball over. Tigers will go ahead and possess.
Run it right. You got
At the top, it's Brooks. On over to the left side, Johnson. Johnson swings it to Triolo. Triolo will take a 2-pointer. No. That one deflected out of play. Last touch by the Tigers. It will be Scarsdale basketball. They're up by 2 with 3:25 remaining in this first quarter, Kevin.
Go Raiders.
See Sussberg and Rodriguez working together.
Reach and foul called. Hersner has just picked up his first personal. Lots of whistles here in this first quarter.
I've always remarked that the slam dunk, they usually limit the officiating. They usually fewer whistles than a normal game. 3 officials even with that, and they are a little tighter here right now. I think it's just been the style of the game so far.
Sussberg picks up his dribble. He finds Rodriguez. He's driving, sidestep. He kicks it out. Gibbons loses the ball. Scarsdale still somehow ends up with it with 20 to shoot.
Give credit there to Oscar Langford for keeping that possession alive for the Raiders.
Rodriguez to Sussberg. Stops at the elbow. Now it's Gibbons. Gibbons steps back. Gibbons now driving. He stops. Shot. No. Rebounded by the Tigers. Triolo brings it up. Finds McCormick. McCormick driving baseline, kicking into the corner for 3. Hersner, no. Back iron rebounded by Sussberg. Rodriguez gets a screen from Langford. Rodriguez puts a man on his backside. He'll pull it and makes it.
He wanted an offensive foul. They didn't call it. Referee's letting them play a little bit here now with just over 2 minutes to go in the first.
Triolo driving baseline, try to get it to deflect off of his defender to no avail. Rodriguez! Yes.
8 points for the senior.
That's right. And Scarsdale doubling up on White Plains. It's 14-7.
This has been an energy level from Scarsdale that I haven't seen in the last couple games.
Down low, McCormick finds a cutting teammate. Shot up, but he'll go to the line. That's Hersner.
Nice set play there for the Tigers to free up Hersner in the paint.
Carlos Rodriguez just called for his second personal.
And we're just showing the replay there. That was almost his third because of the offensive foul. Looked like he lowered his shoulder. They didn't make the call. The refs in these games do want to let them play. So Rodriguez is going to sit with 2 fouls.
Daniel Bowie and Connor Shigakawa, 1 shot.
Hersner goes 1 for 2. McCormick with the offensive board. He'll go to the line.
Langford
Langford has just been called for his second personal now, Kevin. So Rodriguez with 2, Langford with 2, Sussberg with 1, Gibbons with 1.
Depth was already going to be an advantage for White Plains, considering Scarsdale was shorthanded. And they like to run a lot of different players through the Tigers. As we see Brennan Locke enter, 6'5" senior.
McCormick can't finish that second free throw. Ball is loose, picked up by the Raiders. 14-9 with about 90 seconds left in this opening quarter. Miller was able to find Hoey. He'll reset. Picked up by Johnson. Sussberg driving. Sussberg left-handed around a lot of traffic, no good. Offensive rebound, Roseman. Another shot, three-pointer, too strong. And lots of contact, no call. McCormick will go ahead and bring it up, crossing over a couple of times. Thought about taking a contested jumper at the elbow, thought otherwise. He has it at the top again. He'll pull it from there. Yes!
He wanted a shot on that possession. You could just tell.
White Plains on a bit of a run here. They've seen their deficit cut down to 2. Here's Sussberg. Chikawa on over to Miller. Sussberg gets it back, catch and shoot. Won't count. He stepped out of bounds.
Goes to show you how deep that 3 was that he knocked down. Steps out of bounds.
That from NBA range? It absolutely
his
was.
Foot, yeah, his left foot was back.
What is it that Clyde says? The court 54 feet wide, but not wide enough. Something along those lines. Shot clock has been turned off. A 2-point lead for the Raiders. Triolo has it for the Tigers. He swings it on over to Locke. Locke back to Triolo. 10 seconds left here in this first quarter. Locke looking for an open man, finds Triolo. Triolo steps back, a three-pointer on the way. No, rebound cleared Hoey, and Hoey will just hold it for the buzzer. End of the first quarter here between the Raiders and the Tigers. And it's the Raiders who hold a slim 2-point lead.
The Slam Dunk Showcase is brought to you by Benfield Electric. Since 1951, Benfield delivers electrical supplies, power distribution, switchgear, low voltage data, lighting and lighting controls, plus elevator cable and equipment in the tri-state market. Benfield has the power to innovate and integrate the electrical, industrial, institutional, and general construction industry. Headquartered in Mount Vernon, New York, please visit Benfield at benfieldelectric.com. Also sponsoring the event, PKF O'Connor Davies knows what it's like to compete at a high level. We're a top 25 national accounting and advisory firm that was named one of 4 magazine's best accounting and tax firms in 2023. Our focus is on clients and delivering value where others can. What can we do for you? Slam Dunk, also sponsored by Scully Construction. For over 50 years, Scully Construction has been a leading construction management and general contracting firm in the tri-state area. Whether renovating existing space or expanding your business footprint, we can help deliver your project on time and on budget. At Scully Construction, our business is building yours. Healy Electric. Are you tired of dealing with flickering lights, power outages, and other electrical issues? At Healy Electric, we pride ourselves on providing top-notch electrical services for your commercial needs. From routine maintenance to emergency repairs, we've got you covered. With our 24/7 availability, you can rest easy knowing that our help is just a phone call away. So why wait? Call us today, 914-428-1010. Back to action here at the County Center.
Second quarter action underway. Kevin Devaney Jr. That was the voice you just heard. I'm Manny Rodriguez. That one is good. I believe that was Sussberg.
It was left-handed finish by Sussberg.
He's up to 5 points now as we get the scoring going here in this second stanza.
We'll talk about him as a shooter, obviously. Just a great technique, great form shooter that he is. But his ability to get to the rim at 6'4" is really could be what separates him from the pack of the top players in the section.
Locke has it. Nobody's open for him. He finally finds McCormick. McCormick puts it on the floor with 5 to shoot. McCormick picks up his dribble. Triolo has it, driving baseline. He's forced to put up a baseline floater, and he puts it in.
That was pretty. Nick Triolo has been active on both ends, and right there, a gorgeous finish.
Tigers see their deficit cut down to 2 again with 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here's Rodriguez. Johnson picking him up. Rodriguez drives past him. Right-handed layup, no. Second opportunity for the Raiders. Rodriguez, extra pass on over to Hoey, and a foul is called on the Raiders.
There's a lot of things happening on that last possession. I see Hoey goes in. Locke, I think he did a good job of getting his feet set and drawing the contact for the foul. Offensive foul called by the referee underneath the basket.
I think he also did a great job of selling the contact.
Yeah, that's half the battle. Getting in position, then selling.
Hey, I'm a Knicks fan. I watch Jalen Brunson sell contact day in and day out. 6:42 remains here in this first half. A 2-point lead for the Raiders. Johnson, McCormick on over to Brooks on the right wing. To the top, it's Triolo. Gibbons D'ing him up. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong out of Johnson. Rebound is loose. Picked up by the Raiders. Gibbons loses it, though, and it's Raiders ball. An old pal of ours on the Scarsdale coaching staff, and Jordan Griffith.
Jordan Griffith, an old pal of Spencer Mayfield, former player for White Plains.
Yeah, there you go. And Spencer Mayfield, I mean, he's been coaching at White Plains for as long as I can remember. I mean, when I graduated, Kevin,
state champion, yeah, you were
9 years ago. 9 years ago now that I graduated from New Rochelle, and I mean, Spencer Mayfield's been at White Plains since well before I was at New Rochelle. As Sussberg drives, he draws contact. He'll go to the line. The culprit of the foul is Locke, his first.
Brendan Locke, his first personal team's first. On the line, Jake Sussberg, 2 shots.
First free throw of the game for Sussberg is money.
Daniel Herzler checks in 1 shot.
Sussberg goes 1 for 2 from the line that trip. Triolo with the rock, crosses over, looking to drive, poke from behind, but Rodriguez and Gibbons collide, and the Raiders end up turning the ball over. Tigers will go ahead and inbound it.
It's been an ugly couple minutes in this second quarter. It seemed like both teams want to go a little too fast. Timeout for, the man's going to slow it down right on cue.
Why not? White Plains takes a timeout with 5:55 remaining in this first half. White Plains, they trail by 3.
Circle Advisors, for over 30 years, Circle Advisors, Inc. has been providing custom financial planning solutions to meet our clients' goals and objectives. We focus on both your personal and business needs. Sadie's drawing on the experience and depth of our lawyers in their distinct areas. We can leverage each lawyer's industry-specific knowledge to help your clients succeed. Sadie's clients include domestic and international entities, financial institutions, hedge funds, private equity funds, venture capital funds, buyout funds, commodity pools, and numerous businesses operating in various industries around the world.
5:55 remains here in this second quarter. Raiders 17, Raiders 17, Tigers 14. I'm Manny Rodriguez. To my right is Kevin Devaney Jr., the Ian Rappaport.
I like that. That's good.
Of Westchester County.
Makes me feel good. Probably make him feel good too.
On the right wing, that's Johnson. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders. They've got 20 to shoot to White Plains. Who's going to trigger? Herzner will. The 6'3" senior looking for an open teammate. End up turning the ball over. Rodriguez with an outlet pass for Hoey. Two-handed, can't finish.
Hoey's been dealing with a bad knee, and I think he tweaked it on the way up.
I think he did so as well. That shot by McCormick, no. Hoey has another chance. Let's see if his knee is still barking at him. Probably is, as he finishes with a layup there.
And he threw down a two-handed jam, a baseline dunk against Stepanak. And so we know he can get up there and elevate and throw it down, but right there, he just looked like he slipped on the way up before.
Turnaround Jay is money out of Brooks.
Brooks showing off a little flash there.
Rodriguez behind the back, between the legs, step back 3, not even close. Rebounded by Triolo. Outlet to Johnson in the corner. And three-pointer out of Herzner, no. Rebounded by Scarsdale. That's Roseman with the board. And it looks as though the Raiders will go ahead and try to slow things down for a moment. Sussberg Hoey. Rodriguez driving. Rodriguez will go to the line.
Call that on the way up.
It's on McCormick, his first personal.
Going on the curl on the screen.
McCormick didn't like it. Left hand right there on the reach-in.
I guess the reach-in. Just prevented him from going up for the 2.
Rodriguez looking for points number 9 and 10 from the charity stripe here.
Carlos, as great of a shooter as he is, that was even he was confused as to what just happened on that last free throw attempt that he just made.
The young man who bears the same name as my brother will go ahead and shoot this second free throw. He goes 1 for 2 from the line, does Carlos Rodriguez. He's got 9 points. 20-16 lead for Scarsdale. Down low, finishing with that left hand is Southpaw Brooks.
Paul Brooks showing off here.
White Plains' deficit is back down to 2. Three-pointer on the way. Back up to 5.
Well, he stayed in bounds this time when he made his three-pointer. After Jake Sussberg stepped out, made the last rainbow.
23-18 lead for Sussberg's Raiders. Oh, good ball movement by White Plains here, trying to find that open man. They look like they're trying to get it to McCormick on the low block. They can't do so. Another nice move out of Brooks, but he can't finish there. Sussberg looking to push into the corner. It goes. Three-pointer on the way. Back iron. Rebound is loose. Picked up by the Tigers. Triolo out of the pack. Triolo behind the back to the rim. Can't finish. But Brooks is there. He finishes with. He's got 7 points now.
Nice transition play for White Plains. Cuts it back to 3. But Triolo makes that all happen. A rounded defender with the behind-the-back dribble. And Brooks trailing.
Deep 3. Short. Johnson grabs the loose ball. 3 minutes remain here in this second quarter. A 3-point lead for the Raiders. That's Hersner on the left wing. Down low, it's Brooks. Brooks working that low block. Lots of contact. No whistle. And Spencer Mayfield not a fan of the no whistle. Sussberg sets a screen for Rodriguez. Rodriguez thought about it, loses it, and a foul is called. Looks like the culprit will be Johnson. It should be his first.
Mayfield didn't like the call. Feels that Rodriguez does so much to try and initiate fouls. And opposing coaches don't love it.
Yeah.
Not that Rodriguez remotely cares, but he's very good at it.
Rodriguez, turnaround Jay over McCormick.
It's a big-time shot there. Catch, turn, shoot.
Rodriguez up to 11 now.
He's been really good.
He's been incredible here in this first half for the Raiders. Johnson nearly stepped out of bounds. Rodriguez is picking him up. Onto the low block it goes. McCormick. McCormick will go ahead and make it out on over to Johnson. Johnson looks to put it onto the floor. He finds a man down low, and going to the line to shoot a pair, it'll be Brooks.
Johnson should have thought about the fact that Rodriguez has 2 fouls, maybe try and draw something on him there, but he gave it up instead, and Brooks draws a foul from somebody else.
Langford was just called for his 3rd personal foul.
2 shots.
Brooks now up to 8.
You and Logan switch men.
Those the Stepinac Crusaders who have just stepped into the building.
That is true.
That one left short. Brooks will go ahead and clean up his mess. He's up to 10.
10 points for Brooks. He's been terrific. He's carried them in the second quarter.
$1.50 left in this first half. Sussberg gets it in the corner. He drives and he finishes. Nice little finger roll out of Sussberg. He's up to 11 as well.
It's been a high-quality game.
Very much so. Great basketball here in the final game of the 2024 Slam Dunk Showcase. McCormick finding a teammate who loses it. That was Triolo. White Plains still ends up with it. Johnson gets it. McCormick swung on over to Brooks. Brooks left open. Too strong. Rebound cleared. Hoey. Hoey picks up his dribble. Finds Rodriguez. With a little over a minute left in this first half, Rodriguez wanted to find the lane, but instead will pull back. Timeout called with 1:05 remaining. 27-23 the lead for the Raiders.
30 seconds, timeout.
Slam Dunk Showcase, Stepinac Basketball, sponsored by Dunn's Pub, an Irish local pub and restaurant minutes from Stepinac High School in the heart of White Plains. The home of New York's best traditional Irish live music every Wednesday evening. Stopping before or after a game or lunch, dinner, or a pint, go Crusaders from Dunn's Pub. C&F Consulting, Engineering, and the Connors family are proud to support Stepinac Crusader basketball team. Best of luck this season. Go Crusaders. I saw Mike Connors here just a few moments ago. Came over and said hello with his son. And Color Press, also one of our sponsors here at the Slam Dunk. Color Press and Joe Collins have been helping companies with their printing needs for over 25 years. Contact Joe Collins today at 914-588-6626.
65 seconds remain here in this first half at the County Center. The Scarsdale Raiders hold a 27-23 lead over the White Plains Tigers. I'm Manny Rodriguez. Alongside me is Kevin Devaney Jr. And a turnover right there.
Yeah, on an illegal screen called against Oscar Langford.
And that's Langford's fourth foul.
I mean, that's unfortunate. You put him in the game specifically to run that set because he's going to set a strong screen, and they call a foul on him instead.
Less than a minute remains here in this first half. McCormick triggers into Triolo. Triolo will go ahead and find Johnson. That one deflected, and unable to save it is Hoey. Tigers will go ahead and maintain here. 27 seconds to shoot, still an eternity to shoot, and 50.5 seconds remaining on the game clock. Catch and shoot from Triolo. Can't connect. Gibbons emerges. Goes behind the back and loses it.
Triolo has been so active defensively.
About 4 seconds is what separates the shot clock and the game clock. McCormick. Johnson. Johnson picked up by Grossberg. McCormick now. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. There's Triolo with it. Triolo crossing over, needs to do something. Lots of contact. He'll go to the line to shoot with 1 second left on the shot clock.
That is tough. Great defense there by Scarsdale to not let them get into anything. And then Brandon Gibbons just gave up the space and get called for a foul. A tough call against Gibbons. 6 seconds.
It was Gibbons the culprit of the foul. His second.
First number 12, Carlos Rodriguez. This is North Grossberg.
6 seconds is what remains here in this first half. Triolo nets the second one. Rodriguez at the horn. Off the top of the backboard. That marks the end of the first half here. Kevin Devaney Jr. with the advantage to the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good half for Scarsdale, but it could have been a little bit better. Some of the fouls in the second quarter, a little bit sloppy defensively, and not letting Brooks beat you. If you're Scarsdale, was something you didn't expect coming into this game. You wanted to control McCormick and Johnson, and it was Brooks. And it's a 2-point game going into the half for Scarsdale.
Yeah, you mentioned McCormick. He's only got 6 points. Johnson's only got 3. It's Brooks who's leading the way for White Plains. He's got 10 points. And on the other side for Scarsdale, who hold the advantage, Sussberg has 11, as does Rodriguez. It's halftime here at the County Center. The Raiders lead the Tigers by 2. White Plains PD from Stepinac on over to the County Center. Alongside Kevin Devaney Jr., I'm Manny Rodriguez. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. A 2-point lead for the Raiders, and it has been one heck of an afternoon for Carlos Rodriguez.
Yeah, for Rodriguez, Sussberg hit a mile-long three. They called him out of bounds. That's how far out he was. And or else he'd have 14 points in this game. But Scarsdale with a 2-point advantage in a half that I felt like they played better than a 2-point advantage, so we'll see what they do in the second.
Johnson has it for the Tigers. White Plains donning their white looks with White Plains across the chest in orange.
And it's good to see McCormick go to the basket there. I mean, he's so much bigger than anyone Scarsdale has, more athletic and just long, and he settles sometimes for outside shots because he can shoot over defenders. But his against a Scarsdale team that's still fighting foul trouble, he's got to go to the rack.
McCormick misses on that first free throw, converts on this second. He's got 7 points now. White Plains sees their deficit cut down to 1. The culprit of that last foul was Gibbons. Gibbons has picked up his third for Scarsdale.
And the 2-2-1 full court pressure here for the Tigers.
Tigers force a turnover. They look to take a lead here. As Johnson finds Triolo. White Plains hasn't had a lead since it was 5-3. Now, they've taken the lead. McCormick, he has got 9 points now, and again, White Plains has taken a lead, 28-27.
Scarsdale doesn't want to go as deep into its bench as White Plains does, so you wonder if this pressure is maybe designed to tire him out.
Blocking foul is called. It's on Logan McCormick. And so the senior guard has picked up his second personal, a 1-point lead here for the Tigers. White Plains 8-1 on the season, coming off an 83-35 victory against Lincoln on January 3rd. Hoey traveled.
White Plains ball.
6:46 remains here in this third stanza. Brooks has it. Brooks had a fine first half. He had 10 points. He gets it on the low block, goes up, can't finish. Rebound is loose. Who will grab it? Somebody stepped out of bounds. Who was it? It was a Raider who stepped out of bounds, and so the Tigers will have a fresh shot clock here with 6:29 left in the third. Triolo into the corner. Johnson finds down low. It's McCormick. McCormick turn around Jay in the paint. No. Rebound is loose. Fought for. Tigers end up with it. And Hersner flexes his muscles.
Seeing contributions right now from a little bit of everything from everyone. Extremely loud official, Richard Katz.
Referee, who was that?
Richard Katz.
Richard Katz seems as though he's had enough of what's coming from the Scarsdale bench. Asked the Scarsdale bench to, quote, stop being so demonstrative. Those Raiders, however, do force a turnover. They trail by 1.
He's a college ref, college professional baseball umpire, and
good for that
guy who likes to, he controls the room.
Sussberg might have gotten fouled, no call, but a follow is cleaned up. That's Roseman, the beneficiary.
And the Raiders get the lead back on the Roseman basket.
That's their first points here in this second half. And a travel called against McCormick.
Last time we saw Scarsdale at the county center was in last year's Final Four. They beat Mount Vernon in the semis to make it to the championship. Steal here for White Plains.
McCormick, carried it.
Thought he was going to have a defender, a teammate on his hip.
Yep. Great job out of Hersner to read that one. But not great spacing right there on a sudden fast break opportunity. Ends up being a turnover. Raiders have it. 3-pointer on the way from Sussberg. Too strong. Ball is loose. Who will get the rebound? The Tigers do. Here's Johnson. Left it off for McCormick. He'll finish right around the rim. He's up to 11.
What a play there by Johnson. Just getting the open floor, knowing exactly where his teammate was, delivering the basketball.
Corner 3. Too strong. Rebound. Sussberg. He goes up. Count it and 1.
Jake Sussberg did a nice job. The weak side rebound. Ball was up, came off the rim, spins, goes up with the contact. So strong, so big, and the N1. Misses.
Hersner, the man who gets called for that foul. That was his second foul. The and one, like Kevin said, misses. It's a 1-point lead for the Raiders. Hersner has it on over to Brooks. Johnson thought about it, and cutting towards the rim was Brooks. Johnson didn't think he would cut. Turnover. Rodriguez triggers to Gibbons. He gets it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez uses a screen, baseline J, in and out. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson gets it to McCormick. McCormick crosses over into the paint, lots of contact, and a late whistle, but a foul is called, and McCormick will shoot a pair. The culprit was hers? No. Hoey. Second personal foul against Daniel Hoey, the 6'4" junior guard. McCormick left that one short, goes 1 for 2 from the line. I've got him at 13 points. We're even at 31. 4.5 minutes remain in this third quarter. Rodriguez drives, wild shot towards the rim, nearly goes in. Roseman gets the rebound. Sussberg gets blocked from behind, but a foul is called. Hersner has just picked up his third.
Tigers foul number 13, Daniel Hersner, his second, team second. Sussberg.
Sussberg too strong on that first free throw attempt. A 1-point lead for the Raiders. On the low block, Brooks kicks it out. There's Triolo. Triolo picks up his dribble, finds Brooks. Brooks is driving baseline, and a blocking foul is called against Roseman. Johnson looks to trigger, down low to Brooks. Brooks with an extra pivot, can't finish. Ball is loose, goes out of play. Tigers will retain.
White Plains hasn't had a good shot off here over the last couple of possessions.
Substitution as Brendan Locke goes to the scores table for White Plains, but did he get there in time? The officials talking about it.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't. Not sure who he's going in for.
It will be Hersner.
White Plains replacing
Locke can't finish around the rim. Rebound Sussberg. He emerges. Sussberg finding Hoey. Hoey loses it, but the loose ball is grabbed by Sussberg. Third quarter, halfway complete. Here at the county center, Rodriguez guarded by McCormick. Rodriguez driving, floater. No, it doesn't count.
And that was one time when Rodriguez was not being defended by Miles Johnson, and tried taking McCormick off the dribble, and looked like he did a nice job, and they call an offensive foul.
That's Rodriguez's third personal foul.
It's a tough third.
Here's Locke, swung on over to Triolo. Now it's Brooks. Scarsdale in the zone defense. Pass deflected. Triolo gets it back. Johnson releases, but it's blocked. McCormick gets it. 10 to shoot. McCormick will take a contested J and nails it.
There's just things that he could do that others can't, with his size and athleticism and elevating, taking that mid-range jumper.
Two-pointer on the way, too strong, and a whistle. Triolo gets called for his second foul. As Hersner checks back into the contest, Triolo and his two personal fouls will take a break. It'll be Gibbons to trigger. Rodriguez, floater on the baseline, a whistle.
Foul against Brooks.
Brooks? Or is it on Johnson? Looks like it's on Johnson.
Oh, it's on Johnson, you're right. Brooks was on the ground. Assume they were calling on him.
Rodriguez.
Second personal foul on Johnson. Rodriguez at the free throw line. Left that one short. That one falls for Rodriguez.
He's even frustrated with that. He's used to seeing them swish through.
Turnover, Tigers, outlet, here's Gibbons.
Nice shot to Rodriguez. Perfect rainbow pass in the open floor to Gibbons.
Hersner almost with a chase down block, but his hand hitting the backboard just a millisecond too late. 2.5 left here in this third quarter. A 2-point lead for Scarsdale. There's Johnson, met up by a pair of Raiders. Again, Scarsdale playing in a zone defense at the moment. In the corner, it's Brooks. So back on over right wing. McCormick, he puts it on the floor, guarded by Sussberg. On over to Johnson, into the corner. Triolo, check that. That's Hersner in the corner for three. He nets it.
Big three to give the Tigers a lead back just over 2 minutes to go in this third quarter.
2 minutes remain here in this third quarter. A 1-point lead for the Tigers. Rodriguez gets a screen from Roseman. Rodriguez looking to drive. Finds a man open, cutting baseline. Looked like that was Miller.
Scarsdale takes the lead.
Back and forth we go in this game.
Miller picks up the ball from the court. 90 seconds remain here in this third quarter. Rodriguez loses the ball for a moment. Suffocating defense out of Johnson. Sussberg back to Rodriguez on a bounce pass. Rodriguez between the legs. It's a screen from Sussberg. McCormick switches on to him. Sussberg on the pick and pop, spinning. Finding Gibbons. Gibbons looking to drive into the paint, dishing it off for an open teammate who lays it up and in. That's Roseman.
That is some find there by Gibbons. And Roseman, just give him credit for being ready for that pass.
3-point lead for Scarsdale with less than a minute left. McCormick finds Hersner, his three, too strong. Ball is loose. Who will pick it up? It's the Raiders. Rodriguez. Sussberg. Oh, he had Rodriguez open. Instead, he elects to take a two-pointer. He misses. Offensive rebound by Roseman, and a foul has been called.
No, timeout.
Timeout called by the Scarsdale with 37.5 seconds left in this third quarter. Scarsdale, they lead by 3.
30 seconds, timeout.
The Rye Roadhouse, located in a friendly tavern setting in Rye, New York, serves down-home comfort food influenced by the cuisines of Louisiana, the South, and standard pub fare. They're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner and have a unique Southern-style Creole brunch on Sundays. A great casual place to dine with family and friends or to catch your favorite sports game, the Rye Roadhouse. For My Dogs is a multi-channel lifestyle brand for dogs. They offer daycare, boarding, full grooming services, training, community events, as well as being a retailer for all things pup. Visit For My Dogs. Accelerate Sports Ventures, name, image, and likeness, and multimedia rights and consulting firm. Comprehensive solutions for the future of college and high school athletics. You are your own brand. I want to congratulate the 2023 CHSAA Division Champion baseball team from Stepanak. And great program they have there. Beecher Fluke's Funeral Home, also a proud sponsor. Located in Pleasantville, New York. A place to turn in your time of need. Go Crusaders.
37.5 seconds left here in this third quarter. Sussberg can't finish around the rim. Rebound Hersner. Shot clock turned off here in the third quarter.
Great play out of the timeout. Just Joe Emilio, the head coach of Scarsdale, cannot believe it didn't fall.
Johnson and Triolo play catch. 20 seconds. Johnson left wing to Triolo. 15 left on the game clock. That one nearly poked away by Gibbons. Right wing. That's Hersner. McCormick, 5 left. Triolo, tough shot for him. That one left well short, and that marks the end of the third period here at the Westchester County Center. It's a 3-point lead for the Raiders. More on the other side right here on Local Live.
Crusader for a Day. Our Crusader for a Day program is open to 8th grade students to visit one day and receive a full first-hand experience of the benefits of being a Stepanak student and receiving a Stepanak education. Sign up, visit www.stepanak.org.
Your business footprint.
Your favorite place, Gemelli Pizzeria, offers a modern twist on the traditional pizzeria. There are endless possibilities for gourmet-style pizza, Italian tapas, and delicious cocktails, beer, and wine. Gemelli Pizza, located in New Rochelle, New York. And want to remember always Brendan Moyna, a few years back. Brendan Moyna, class of 1987, passed away, and many of his friends still remember him today. Rest in peace, Brendan Moyna. Also want to recognize the Colm and Valerio families. Bill Colm, 1972. Mark Valerio, also class of 1972, proudly support Stepanak basketball and the Crusader Classic. Lighted Way. John Russo, Stepanak grad, leads a company that specializes in financial and retirement planning, a registered investment advisor.
Fourth quarter action here at the 2024 Slam Dunk Showcase. Coming up next, it's the Crusader Classic. The Stepanak Crusaders will play host to the Iona Prep Gales as we wrap up the weekend here at the Westchester County Center. Rodriguez will go to the line to shoot a pair here. McCormick just picked up his third foul. On the call for the Crusader Classic will be yourself, Kevin, and
David Resnick.
David Resnick, the voice of the Westchester Knicks.
Rodriguez, 2 shots.
Rodriguez gets the scoring started here in the fourth quarter, as there you see the Crusader Classic 4:30. Iona Prep against Stepanak again. Jefferson and Christ the King originally scheduled for that time slot, or right around that time slot, or about 5 o'clock, but that game canceled. Rodriguez misses that second free throw. 40-36, the advantage for the Raiders.
Canceled because we're supposed to get snow at 1 o'clock. It's 3:30. There hasn't been a flake in White Plains.
Johnson. Scarsdale back in a zone defense, it looks like, and the Tigers nearly break it. They get an offensive rebound, jump ball, or is it a foul? Timeout taken by White Plains here. 7:25 left in regulation. It's a 4-point lead for Scarsdale.
McCarthy Associates, premier independent commercial real estate brokerage firm in Westchester County, Fairfield County, Connecticut. For over 40 years, John and Kathy McCarthy and family, proud supporters of Stepanak basketball. Kevin McCarthy, a class of 1999 student, and Mike McCarthy, class of 2002. Moving Pictures has been a dedicated freelance photographer, videographer. His work and experience has developed into capturing your utmost highlighted sports thrills to very special and intimate moments. Owner Hector Martinez prides himself as a photography brand that captures the perfect moments and emotions through still images and video. For more information, please check out his work at www.movingpictures.nyc, or you can follow them on Instagram, as I do, and always love to see the unique styles and different touch that he puts on every single event that he does for Stepanak.
35 seconds elapsed here in this fourth quarter from the county center. Triolo takes forever to trigger, 5-second violation.
Ooh. Good player at the timeout, just a little slow to develop. And Brooks finally got open, but it was at the 6 seconds.
That's probably incredibly frustrating for a basketball head coach. You call a timeout, you draw something up, and you can't even get the play going.
He's still holding the board that he drew it on, and he wants to slam it to the ground.
Rodriguez has it on the left wing, gets a screen from Roseman. Rodriguez crossing over, he takes a contested off-balance jumper, offensive rebound Raiders. Gibbons drives, kicking out into the corner for 3, Miller!
Monster 3 there by Finn Miller. Continuing what he's done this season for Scarsdale, which is hit big shots.
And a timeout taken by Scarsdale. With 6:56 left in the fourth quarter, Scarsdale has opened up a lead. It's 43-36.
This is definitely a nice turnaround for Scarsdale, considering how they looked against New Rochelle. Metro Team Sports, another proud sponsor of Stepanak and the Slam Dunk. The guys at Metro Team Sports do such amazing work, working with many schools across the tri-state, including Stepanak and Iona Prep, who are taking the court here next. I want to thank Metro Team Sports, my friends over there. Newell. Since 1939, Newell has offered a range of rare antiques and vintage finds that span centuries and styles, enabling our clients to find unique pieces with which they can furnish their homes. Posto 22 offers classic and delicious Italian cuisine, as well as gourmet chef-prepared daily specials. The food is complemented by the extensive wine collection and signature cocktails at Posto 22.
I'm a fan.
Big fan. Toyota, Mariana Rivera, Toyota in Mount Kisco, New York, is the best new and used inventory. And visit riveratoyota.com for details.
It's Toyotathon. 6:50 remains in this contest. 43-36, the advantage for the Raiders. Here's Johnson. Looking to work that low block as McCormick, a turnaround J. Wow.
Sussberg did a nice job getting in position, getting his hands up. Just nice
better offense.
Job by McCormick.
Gibbons has it. He finds Rodriguez in the corner. Rodriguez met up by Johnson. His entry pass down low is erased by a foul, as it looks as though Hoey has picked up his...
Daniel Hersner collects his...
Check that, Hersner has picked up his fourth foul. Rodriguez has it. Here's Miller. Miller just hit a big three. Gibbons. Rodriguez. Miller. 10 to shoot. Gibbons has it, crossing over, nicely done, loses it, but a reach-in foul is called.
So now two players from White Plains with 4 fouls, Hersner, and now McCormick has 4. Oh, almost a call there against Johnson.
Here is Johnson. Euro step, left-handed, can't finish, follow, no good, long rebound, comes out to Gibbons' hands. He looks to push the pace. There goes Gibbons, and whistles, what is it? It's a blocking foul. And it's against Triolo.
Triolo, his third.
That's his third personal foul.
It's a tough call.
Yeah, that one was a bang-bang call.
He was falling as before he got hit, though. That was the...
Miller has it. He finds Gibbons. Sussberg tries to shake his defender off, and he does, and finishes around the rim. Wow!
That is quick and smooth. Back to a 7-point lead.
45-38, the lead for Scarsdale. McCormick traveled. And the Tigers and Mayfield, they need yet another timeout to discuss things here. 5:23 left in the fourth quarter. 45-38, the lead for Scarsdale.
State Farm, proud sponsor of our Slam Dunk and of the Stepanak basketball season. Also want to thank My Way Sports. For over 25 years, Rodney Swain has led My Way Sports, high-level basketball skill development and shooting for all ages. Coach Rodney Swain, Stepanak assistant coach. Contact him today for private instruction, 914-565-2835 to learn more. Think I'm out of red reads. It'll be 5:25 left. Good job by David Barry, our producer up top.
Thank you, David.
Fantastic job by David Barry this whole tournament.
McCormick has 17 points for White Plains. He and his team are trailing right now. Sussberg has had an incredible game. He's up to 16 points. Rodriguez doing his best. He's got 13 in this contest. 45-38, the lead for Scarsdale. 5:23 remains here in regulation. Coming up next, it's the Crusader Classic as Archbishop Stepanak takes on Iona Prep. Kevin Devaney Jr. and David Resnick on the call here on Local Live. Sussberg has it. Off-ball screen for Miller. He gets open. He gets it, but he turns it over. McCormick, watch out! Miller gets called for a foul, much to his dismay. He can't believe it. Let's take another look at it. Oh.
It's a rough one.
I understand, Mr. Finn Miller. 5:05 remains. He just picked up his first personal. In and out for McCormick.
One shot.
I mean, McCormick did kind of, there was some contact between Miller and Miller's midsection and McCormick's leg, but it seemed as though McCormick tried to fish out that contact. 45-39 after McCormick hit one. There's Miller. Looking for Rodriguez. Dribble handoff, in and out.
Was more than halfway down.
Johnson on the left wing, looking for McCormick on the low block. Does that count?
No.
Roseman gets called for his second personal. Foul called on the floor.
Nice feed there from Johnson.
Right on the entry pass. Triolo has it in the corner. He's driving, finds Brooks. Brooks in a bit of a bind, kicks it out. Hersner for three, yes!
Good job by Brooks to make that pass. Brooks has had a great game, scoring the basketball, 8 of his 10 in the second quarter, but does a better job there finding a teammate, knock down a big three, make it a one-possession game.
Tigers deficit down to 3. Rodriguez driving, floater, no, rebound deflected. Scarsdale retains.
Rodriguez wanted a call, but I don't think there was enough contact, or really any contact.
Gibbons looks to trigger, he does. Roseman finding Rodriguez, and Rodriguez draws a foul. It's on Johnson, his third.
Number 0, Johnson's third, Meredith over the limit. White Plains Tigers over the limit. On the line, Rodriguez, 2 shots.
Now the referee's having a discussion here. Rodriguez, a 6'3" senior guard. He'll shoot a pair here. His team, they lead by 3 with 4:07 left. On some really mean rims right now for Scarsdale. One does fall for Rodriguez. 46-42 now. McCormick, lots of contact, finishes through it.
Strong move. Now a 2-point game suddenly.
I've got him up to 20 points now, McCormick.
And it's been, I don't want to say a quiet 20, but he hasn't been exploding and dominating the game.
And Rodriguez just got called for his 4th personal foul as he lowered the shoulder looking for the contact with Johnson.
He's got to be careful.
White Plains with an opportunity to either tie the game or take the lead. But they turn it over. Rodriguez will go ahead and chase that one down after he was unable to corral it. But he'll go ahead. Tell everybody to slow things down as Miller grabs it on the left wing. On over now to Sussberg, back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez driving the lane, can't finish, offensive rebound. Sussberg for 3, no, rebound cleared. There's Triolo with the board. Triolo finding a teammate for 3, too long. Rodriguez grabs the rebound. Hersner was the one who misfired from deep. 3 minutes left in regulation.
Chance to give his team the lead, first time in a while.
Gibbons, jumper in the paint, no good. Ball is loose, and it looks as though a foul was called.
I thought they were going to call it jump ball. I think Spencer Mayfield wanted that as well.
So did I. I thought that would be a jump ball as well. And if that's on Hersner, that's on Hersner. That's his 5th and final foul. So Hersner fouls out with 8 points. And I can understand the frustration for Hersner. And like you said, I thought it would be a jump ball as well.
Struggling right now to catch his breath, I think.
Number 14, Brendan Locke, replacing on the line, number 25, Andrew Roseman.
Anyway, Andrew Roseman's at the line.
2 shots.
Roseman, a 6'6" sophomore, too strong. Left that one short, long rebound for the Raiders. Rodriguez steps into a 3. No, left it short, rebound, last touched by the Raiders. Tigers ball. A 2-point lead for the Raiders. Triolo finds Brooks. That's Johnson. McCormick on the low block, lots of contact. Was it on the shot? Yes, it was. It looks
that's
like
it for Rodriguez.
Oh boy, Rodriguez has just picked up his 5th and final foul. Sussberg is saying that that foul is on him. David, one more time perhaps on the replay. I want to see who the foul was on.
Referee's talking over to see if the ref changes.
And this would be a huge call if it's on Rodriguez.
See, Sussberg is there. No, I think it
might be on Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think it was.
And it is on Rodriguez. That's it for him.
Raiders Carlos Rodriguez is fouled out. McCormick on the line.
So McCormick is at the line. McCormick also in foul trouble. He's got 4. He nets that one. He's up to 21.
One shot.
McCormick can't tie the game, but the Tigers grab the rebound into the corner. Whistles, timeout by the Tigers. They trail by 1, 2:27 left in the 4th quarter.
This changes the whole complexion of this final 2:27 with Rodriguez gone.
It 100% does. Rodriguez had been lighting it up for Scarsdale. I had him at about 14 points, but again, he fouls out. He had been so good for Scarsdale, lining it up from deep, able to net it from deep.
Crowd filing in here at the County Center, watching this game, getting ready for the next one. 4:30 tip between Iona Prep and Stepanak and the Crusader Classic. You can watch that game here on LocalLive. The referees had a discussion about who that foul was going to be on. Initially called on Rodriguez. There was discussion because Rodriguez was a help defender.
Yeah.
Sussberg was defending McCormick.
But Rodriguez tried to.
Yeah, he reached in. He's got to be careful on that, obviously, and he learns the hard way.
That's one of those situations where it feels like, yes, maybe you can go ahead and help. Maybe just put your arms up. Don't reach in. You've already got 4 fouls. You know you got one more. You get called for it. You're done for the game. And being such a key player, just a bit of a brain fart at that moment for Rodriguez.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to be on the bench. Think about it now. McCormick, as you said, with 20 points. He also has 4 fouls.
Still 2:27 left in this 4th quarter. A 1-point lead for Scarsdale. White Plains triggers. It's Triolo. Brooks has it now on the right wing. Down low. It's McCormick, and finishing at the rim, it's Brooks.
What a great job there by McCormick to recognize the double team coming his way, knowing that Brooks was freed up, and he finds him cutting for the basket.
47-46, the lead for White Plains. Scarsdale can't take the lead back. Missing a bunny was Langford. Less than 2 minutes remain here. Things are getting intense at the county center now. McCormick turnaround Jay. Oh, he nuts it from the baseline.
It's a big time shot for him. He's got 22, under 2 minutes now. 5 straight points since Rodriguez fouled out.
Gibbons, 90 seconds left. Miller on over to Sussberg. 15 to shoot. Hoey sets a screen. Sussberg finding Miller, suffocating defense from the Tigers. Here's Hoey finding Sussberg, gets his man to jump. Sidestep, no. Rebound, Scarsdale goes out of play, but a foul was called, and it goes against Johnson. That's his 4th.
It's a good look by Sussberg to create there. Pump fake, create, had a good look at it. Thought it was going to sit on the back of that rim and fall through, but it doesn't.
Money out of Langford there.
Langford has also been playing with 4 fouls for quite a while. Hoey returned.
Since the first since the first half, Langford's been playing with those 4 fouls, but Langford airballs on that second attempt. And the Tigers will go ahead and have possession here. They're up by 2 with 1:11 remaining in regulation. McCormick gets it going. Triolo brings it up. That's Brooks. Allen turned over by the Tigers.
They have so much time. I thought they were going to at least work this clock under a minute.
A blunder early in the shot clock for the Tigers. 60 seconds remain in regulation. A 2-point deficit for the boys who possess. And timeout called by Scarsdale. 53.1 seconds left. Scarsdale, they trail by 2.
Both teams only have 1 timeout remaining in this with 53 seconds to go. This has been a fun game. Kind of felt like Scarsdale was 1 possession, when you 1 basket away from breaking this open early in the 4th quarter, and then here they come.
This is the first timeout taken of the game in which White Plains has a lead. They do so here with 53.1 seconds left. Up by 2. McCormick has had a sensational game for White Plains, up to 23 points in the contest, but again, he finds himself in foul trouble. He has 4. Johnson has 4 for White Plains. We've already seen Hersner foul out for the Tigers, and on the other side, in foul trouble, it's really just Gibbons as of right now. He's got 3 fouls. Langford, he has 4 fouls. Forgot about him towards the bottom of my score sheet here. But for Scarsdale, their big man on campus, Carlos Rodriguez, he has already fouled out. He fouled out with about 2.5 minutes remaining in regulation. 53.1 seconds left. I'm Manny Rodriguez. Thank you for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. I'm alongside Kevin Devaney Jr. Scarsdale to inbound. Gibbons gets it in. And back on over. It's Hoey. Hoey driving, stopping, finds Gibbons, but it's poked away. There's Triolo. Triolo navigates his way out of a plethora of Raiders. Brooks, bounce pass. That one nearly taken away. Who has it? It's Scarsdale ball.
Gibbons coming over there and making that great play defensively. Referee right on it. Bang, bang. Look like it made it down on Scarsdale. Look at Gibbons tipped it out. They're going to say it went off White Plains.
Here we go. Shot clock turned off with 30 seconds left. A 2-point deficit for the Raiders. Here is Sussberg. Sussberg driving left-handed. Left is short. Rebounded. Fight for the rebound. Fight for the rebound. Foul is called. Who's it on? It's on Miller. He just picked up his 2nd personal foul. And going to the free throw line will be Brooks. Luke Brooks, the 6'2" senior. Starting to hear it from the Scarsdale faithful who made the trip to White Plains.
Money.
That makes it a 3-point lead. Oh, this free throw is enormous for Brooks.
All day, clutch, flexing.
Scarsdale needs a bucket. They're gonna need it quick. Here it comes, and he nets it from deep. It's Sussberg. Timeout, Scarsdale.
Full timeout.
Monster shot by Sussberg, who just hasn't found a rhythm in this half, but right there makes the biggest shot of the day for him. Knocks it down, makes it a 1-point game. They're going to send White Plains to the line with 12.2 left, I'm sure, on this inbound.
What a clutch three-pointer there from the junior guard, standing at 6'4" for Scarsdale. You got to give the Raiders credit. 3-6 on the campaign. They're going up against a team that's 8-1 at the county center in White Plains, and they've been battling all afternoon long.
19 points for Sussberg. They had been battling. They had a lead. Thought they were, as I said, thought they were on their way with about 4 minutes to go. Everything changes with 2:30 when Rodriguez fouls out.
Yeah.
White Plains able to take the lead back, nursing the lead, still trying to milk it here with 12.2. A couple bad possessions for White Plains in the final minute and a half, where they really could have worked the clock down but failed.
A 9-4 run for White Plains right now. They have a 1-point lead, 12.2 seconds left in regulation, and they have possession. White Plains has 1 timeout left. Scarsdale has 0. It will be McCormick to trigger. They do so, nearly turn it over. McCormick gets it back and they throw it away! They throw it away! Scarsdale ball, 9.4 seconds left. Wow! All right, Kevin.
Got to find Sussberg.
Gibbons to inbound. Bounce pass to Sussberg, back to Gibbons. Gibbons driving, leaves his feet, finds Sussberg. Contested jumper, no! Rebound long, ball game! White Plains escapes with the win!
I think Sussberg got fouled, Manny. I think he got hit, a lot of contact on him. He did a great job of the pump fake to create. He got hit as that shot was released. Still almost made it off the mark, but an earned victory for White Plains to hang on here and knock off Scarsdale and beat the Raiders coming back in the fourth quarter. What a game that was.
What a win for White Plains, and just absolute agony if you're Scarsdale, up for most of the contest. You see your lead go away in that fourth quarter, and you have an opportunity to improve to 4-6 on the campaign, but your last second shot off the mark. Perhaps lots of contact, like you said, Kevin. But at the end of it, White Plains emerges victorious 51-50.
Did a great job. Spencer Mayfield did a great job of managing his team despite they had foul trouble too. I mean, we talk about Scarsdale's foul trouble. Rodriguez fouls out, and that was obviously a big turning point. But I mean, White Plains was fighting foul trouble the entire game, and Mayfield did a great job of just kind of keeping his team composed. And McCormick made some monster shots in that fourth quarter. We saw Luke Brooks had a huge game, maybe the best game he's had as a White Plains basketball player, and just exceptional what he did, and making. There was a play in the fourth down in the final minute where McCormick got the basketball, double team came, he fed him, go ahead, turned out to be the winning basket. And so congratulations to Brooks and this White Plains team for coming in here and gutting this one out.
A thrilling conclusion to the 2024 Slam Dunk Showcase. For David Berry and Kevin Devaney Jr., I'm Manny Rodriguez signing off. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. Coming up next, the MVP presentation, and then after that, the Crusader Classic. Stepanak takes on Iona Prep. One final time, the final score. The White Plains Tigers 51, the Scarsdale Raiders 50. Good night, everybody.
Tigers with 22 to assist. Give it up for number 4, senior Logan McCoy. transformation, Mr. Kevin Cook. Once again, great job by White Plains today. And of course, Scarsdale left it all out there on the floor as well. One more time for number 4, Logan McCormick, our MVP. Folks, what you've all been waiting for, no rest for the weary. Stepanak Crusaders, the host school, will take on Iona Prep in the Crusader Classic. Coming up in about 15 minutes from now. For those of you who are staying, that's awesome. For those of you that are leaving, we'll see you later. I'm John Heffernan. I'm going to step aside and